We've got a metre of 50-pound grease weasel. We're going to tie that swivel onto it. The usual knot, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turn through the hole, pull on the swivel, tweak that running end through, clip it there. Next thing you want to do is get about 10 inches off the other end and then double it back on itself, and all you're going to do is put a figure of 8 onto this, so that's round once and then back through like that. And you want quite a big loop that you could get sort of 4 fingers in, and the reason we do a big loop is because we're putting that through the eye of the lead, round the lead itself, and then back again. So you can see why the loop needs to be big enough to go over the lead. And obviously this isn't for the 6-ounce leads, and you're not going to win any competitions with this rig, but it really is just quick to tie, and it's good for the snags as well. So feeding your way up to the other end of the line where you've got this swivel, you're going to do your dropper and you're going to tie it onto this line itself. So 10 inches down from the swivel, you're going to double up the line, and you're going to do 1, 2, 3 turns round, and with that loop in your left finger and thumb, you're going to go back through that one and then tighten that up. Okay, and then you want to take the swivel in one direction and the bit attached to the weight in the other, nice and tight. Now, although that's 50-pound line, that's sort of weakened it a bit doing that knot, but it's enough to hold a fish, particularly a wrasse, sort of dogfish over the rocks. Give that a good test by pulling it either side. And then this loop that you've got needs to be cut. So cut that reasonably close to the knot. Test it again, see if there's any give. Test it in all directions. So what you've got here is the swivel coming off on one direction, the lead in the other, and you're just going to put the hook on that end. And then tie the hook on. So this is a super simple rig for rough ground. If you can't use a pulley, if you haven't got the gear for a pulley and you need to make something, now if you wanted to add a rotten bottom to that as well, so that there's a chance of you getting the hook back, just tie a lighter line, in this case we're using 30-pound line, onto the lead, directly onto the lead, and then the rotten bottom bit goes onto the loop that you'd previously put the lead on. This is so simple. There you go, moisten the line. You can imagine I've done that. And that's it. You don't want to cast 6-ounce leads, you don't really want to power cast. This is just for dropping it down for wrasse, perhaps into holes and gullies. You're going to get snagged, but if you do, you've got a chance of getting that out. And it's a tough little rig. I've caught lots of fish with this, lots of pollock actually. If you're going to use bait for pollock, give it a go.